What?
We didn't get my jokes.
Well, it would just be worse audio.
Yeah, I guess.
You aren't on camera very much.
No.
You work a lot on film stuff, but you're not on camera. What?
Your face. So you're.
Okay. You have a response besides no?
I've not been on camera, but I was in theater in high school.
You were in theater in high school.
Yeah, because I thought it was important to know how actors act.
Right, you were in theater in high school.
Yeah.
And that's when all the gay kids made fun of you.
Yep.
Right. I forgot about that.
That's when it all started.
Is there... I think you're interesting in how you kind of got into film. Because, like, you, like, in a way just, like, rolled the dice and got it. You know what I mean?
Got it?
I guess not got it. But, like, you did art.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to do animation. So I did animation growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I went to animation camps. And then I realized it's kind of boring. The animation. Like, there's so much, like, computer technology to it. And I just like drawing. I just like storytelling. But I didn't like having to make a story from my drawings with, like, complicated computer programs.
I'd be neurotic and check that the cameras are... I do this, like, every time. Yeah, okay. But so then... But you didn't do much film or video stuff in high school, though, did you?
No.
Except for your, like, application thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a fan account on TikTok.
Oh.
And I would post, like, 3, 4, 5 videos a day.
For what?
And I had a couple thousand followers.
Okay.
And so I just, like, I'd make videos all the time. I made a lot of TikTok videos because I got TikTok I got Musical.ly in 4th grade. And then, like, ever since then I would make videos, which they're like short form. But then when I went to make my application for Emerson, it was easy.
But now you're doing film stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy with it?
I mean, I feel like I really haven't done anything for myself. And I feel, I don't know, I see, like, so many people our age. They've directed, like, 3 films at Emerson.
Yeah.
And they have, like, Instagrams for it and, like, BTS and, like, merch. And I'm like, damn.
But so you see that. Are you jealous? Do you wish you were doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm jealous. And I wish I was doing it, yeah.
Okay. So what have you've been working, you're on FPS.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of film stuff in previous semesters.
Yeah.
But you're dialing it back, right? At least last we talked.
Well, I went abroad and I didn't do anything, really.
Well, yeah.
I did write a film to shoot at the castle, but it never ended up happening because someone was there and someone foiled my plans.
But at least when we talked, what was that, like March or no, that would have been April. You were saying how, like, you weren't at least planning on as much going back to, like, the EIV kind of shit.
Like working for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to work for other people anymore because I think you can learn a lot, but then there's a point where it's like, okay, for example, I know a bunch of people who are making films, and I go to look for what they're hiring for, and I'm like, sound recordist, that's a freshman job. Boom op, freshman job. Grip, freshman job. But then, like, gaffer, you have to be, like, insanely skilled, and sometimes they ask, like, a lot of you. And if you're going to be a gaffer, you have to gaff a bunch of films until you're, like, really good at it, and then people will, like, hire you.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's a weird mix between, like, super entry-level jobs and then, like, really complicated jobs that you have to have, like, an insane amount of experience to do. And I don't want to break my back learning a skill and working for someone else. I'd rather break my back doing it for myself and figuring it out. That makes sense.
I think so. I think what I'm trying to say though is that the people who like you're noticing that it's like, well, you have the films, you're directing the films, you have your own Instagram
Mm-hmm.
accounts. They're a lot of the times doing it through those kind of not quite corporate but bureaucratic structures,
Yeah.
and it's like that's how, but that doesn't seem fun,
Yeah.
at least to me.
I don't think it's fun at all. Like, wait, can I cite random people?
Sure,
Who's gonna be watching this?
I don't know.
So I can cite random
I mean, I'm
people.
gonna post on my Instagram, but like, what's the percentage of people that see me post it on my Instagram story and then actually go and click on it?
I don't know. Well, the people that I see who have like the most interesting work and they actually like really enjoy their time at Emerson is people who just like go out and make things.
Mhm.
Like they have a group of people that they trust, someone who's good at camera work, someone who's like a decent actor, and they just like go and they shoot. And when I think of like working for someone, I think like stress, I think like call times, I think being tired and like a lot of structure, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's when the creativity dies. Like, yes, that's how you do it on a professional film set, and that's probably the way you should be learning. But like all the best things that I've seen have been people who are like truly passionate and just find the time, go out and film,
Mm-hmm.
which is like what I want to do. I feel like that's so much more fun. But yeah.
Yeah. I guess I find it interesting then to see that like your split feelings at least on it. So that's what you want to do.
Well, part of me wants to have like the Instagram and everyone to know about it and there to be like posters. But then part of me just wants to like have a group of people I can trust and then just go out and make things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's a fair dilemma. But I don't know. I think it's going back to the kind of what similarities do you think that you were able to kind of see between animation and greater film that made you want to stick with film rather than something like 2D graphic design or whatever?
Well, what happened was like I've done art my whole life.
Right.
Like I would take like after school art lessons since like kindergarten. I'm always doing art. And then I was like, ooh, animation and art was like fun back then. Like I could do whatever, there were no rules. But then when I got to high school and I started doing it for like college credit,
Mm-hmm.
there started being like more rules, more deadlines, more expectation. And I found that I wasn't happy making art when there was an expectation. It's something that I feel like I have a talent with and that I'll just like, whip out at random times and like make things for people. And like that's what makes me happy with art. But it didn't really like fulfill me. And so I knew animation wasn't gonna like fulfill me in the way that I wanted it to. But I've always liked writing too. Like
Mm-hmm.
on the side, I would write little things and I really enjoyed writing. But I'm like a visual person. So like I enjoyed writing, but I wish there was like a more visual aspect to it. But like animation was a little bit just like too much expectation on the drawing, you know? So that's when I was like, wait, it just never occurred to me that I could do films or like make films. I never thought of that as like a career option because I'm such a consumer. Like growing up, I just watched like so much TV, so many movies. It like never occurred to me like, wait, I could do that. And then one day it just did. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. We'll just see what happens.
Do you feel like you learn much at Emerson?
No.
No.
I feel like when
hey, handshakes.
I feel like I learn the most when I'm doing like anything but schoolwork. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I learn a lot at Emerson, but it's stuff that I'm like, I should remember this. And then I just don't,
Mm-hmm.
Like a teacher will talk about like, this is the way to get into the film industry, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, I feel like the classes are so unrealistic.
What do you mean?
It's never like that.
Oh, I
Like
guess.
Dreyfus,
Mm-hmm.
He was really great about talking about writing in the film industry. but I'm like, I'm not gonna write 80 scripts and like submit them religiously to a writer's room and like hope I get like always have a copy in my back pocket, and like I'm not gonna do that because I really don't think that's how the world works, right? I don't know. I just feel like sometimes some of the lessons they're a little much. They're like, this is the hack to getting into the film industry, and it's never something that like students can really like take and like chew on. But then when I'm on like really, really shitty sets and like everything's going wrong and it's like difficult, like that's when I'm learning, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think it's just like, it's a difference between, I don't know. It almost feels like there's like, you kind of think about it of like, there's two kinds of jobs in the film world. There's on camera and off camera, but it kind of feels like there's three. It's like on camera, behind the camera, everything else. Yeah. And like that's all the like business management stuff. That's all the communicating with agents and having to always being like a salesperson for yourself and networking and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it just feels so separate. And I think especially nowadays with how, I don't know, maybe like it was forced to be more together because of like Hollywood and blah blah blah. But like now with like YouTube and stuff, you kind of don't need to have a copy of your script in your back pocket if you can just make the film yourself and upload it.
Yeah. I feel like you're definitely less reliant. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. And people are always like, there are so many jobs in the film industry. But I feel like there's so many jobs in the film industry that non-film people fulfill. Like casting agents. Like you're telling me you're going to go to Emerson and be a film major and then end up as like a casting agent. I feel like if you're someone who's passionate about like acting and like teaching and maybe even like public relations, like that's where you're going to end up, not like filmmakers. So it's interesting to see like even like film lawyers, people who like defend scripts and like copyright films and whatnot. What's wrong with it?
Nothing. It's just you're talking quieter than I am, so I'm trying to balance it.
Oh, should I be louder?
No, it's okay. The whole point of this is it's supposed to be natural. It's supposed to be natural, and it's as natural. So that's why.
Be natural on the camera.
I know, because you're not used to. That's one thing I find interesting is that but you are natural actually. No, you are on camera a lot, but not these cameras on that camera.
Yeah, I guess I feel like I can see myself most of the time.
Yeah, because you always be posting damn TikToks.
Thought you weren't on TikTok.
I check TikTok once every 2 weeks.
Wait, that's actually a lot more than I thought.
And I scroll through the Friends tab.
Yeah, I kind of post dumb shit.
You do, but what I'm trying to say is that in that you're so much more like, whatever. I really want to see the video you made now.
What video?
The one of like the job that he was roasting you about earlier.
Coming to you live from downtown San Antonio.
I want to see that video.
It's not good.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's interesting.
Okay.
Because like for it, you're like, I assume from what I've heard, you're like stiff.
It's literally just my voice. You can't see my face. It's a voiceover.
I don't know.
I just get embarrassed really easily.
You do. And I don't get why. Because you're always like, people don't like me.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? That didn't make any sense. What?
You're always like, people, not a lot of people like me. Not a lot of people fuck with me. Like, But then you just go and make friends and it's easy.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just like really judgmental to myself. And sometimes I do things and I'm like, it's so embarrassing. And then I'm embarrassed. But I'm only embarrassed because I said I'm embarrassed to myself. Wait, no. I said that I should be embarrassed to myself.
If you were, if somehow one of your TikToks were to be posted onto your Instagram, would you be embarrassed?
No, sometimes I do that. Actually, it depends because I post some weird shit sometimes. Would I be embarrassed? No. But if I start looking at who's actually viewing it, maybe.
I think I didn't have an end to that thought.
Okay, you want to see the video?
There's something there. I don't want to watch it now. I don't.
You turn into my therapist. You don't want to watch my video?
Well, I'll watch it after we're recording. I don't want to have to fucking pull it up because then you'll have to send it to me, and then I'll have to add it to the footage. And you're not gonna send it to me. Let's be real. You still haven't sent me back that script about the guy going to the casino who's a farmer.
What?
What was it? The thing I
Sorry, I thought it was mosquito.
the thing I asked you about like a month ago. The thing with the AI.
Oh.
Yeah. Bestie. Blake Smith.
Hey, to be fair, you sent me that at work. And I was like, I should do this. And then I had to do something else.
Okay. I sent it to you at work a month ago, maybe.
Do you want me to still do it?
Yeah. Well, I still need to do the thing.
Actually, honestly, I was like looking at it and I was thinking, I was like, I don't even know. And then I was like, I'll know later.
I'll know later.
I'll think on it. And then I thought it away.
I don't know. One thing, you have a lot of anxiety in you, which
Yeah.
I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Because you kind of keep it under lock and key pretty good.
Yeah. At least I try. I don't know. I don't want to be like one of those people that like I have a mental disability and they like freak out and they make you uncomfortable, you know?
I guess. But it's like, I don't know. You seem hyper conscious of the way that you interact with people. I guess this goes back to the embarrassment thing.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. I feel like maybe this goes back to like being creative. I like see things in my head and like how things play out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to a job interview and like this is how it should be and this is like what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes in the moment, if things don't go like how I wanted them to or how I like envisioned them to go, I just feel embarrassed. Like, ooh. It's like when you go on a date and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like that, and then you show up and you're like awkward and you're like, oh, this is like not what I want it to be. You know?
Kind of.
Or like you're an actor and you're on screen and you say a line and you just don't say it the right way and it's just like, oh, like that was horrible. I should have said it differently.
I think it's easy to do. Yes. Okay, I do know what you're saying. I think it's very easy though to kind of get yourself like the trick to that is like I'm circling saying the same thing. Like it's easy to just immediately seeing that and just like mentally lock up. Like for example, like you're in traffic and you're going to drive to someone and you hear honk on the horn and you're like, what the fuck? And so not knowing what to do, you keep pressing on the gas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is a bad analogy. But like
I'm following.
But like realistically, like that someone honking is probably like someone being like, don't do that, you're about to crash. And you need to take the brake. You get it? This is a horrible analogy.
No, I don't
This is a
get it.
really bad analogy.
I don't get
I think what I'm trying to say is it's easy to like get locked in that. To like make the fumble. Or like that's why like, dude, I get so pissed off. Okay, this is real shit. In like any public, like in a class or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
when someone's reading off a section that like they've just been like voluntold to do,
Mm-hmm.
like from a paragraph, and they reach some word that they don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah.
And you know what they do? Like, let's say it's onomatopoeia.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, how do you, and they get stumbled on it.
Mm-hmm.
What you need to do is you need to just barrel through it with full confidence. And maybe you say it unamunupia, and you sound like an idiot, but then at least you're moving on.
Yeah.
That's a better analogy.
So you're saying I should not get stuck on things and just not
yeah,
care?
but of course it's so much easier to say that than to actually do that.
I guess. I don't know. I guess I've always been stuck on that. Like, for example, I'm in this internship
Mm-hmm.
and there's like a room of 200 people that I walk into. I don't know any of them, you know, and we're all strangers, right? And like theoretically I could be whoever I want to be. Right? But I still sit there awkwardly, you know? Like, why am I sitting there awkwardly? There's nothing to feel awkward about because no one has like any preconceived notion. But like for some reason I feel uncomfortable and awkward.
Yeah.
But then I'll be talking to some like random freshman at Emerson. I'm like, hey, are you excited for your year at Emerson? What floor are you on in LB? I was on floor 11. Like, and like not care. It's strange how life works like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I completely empathize though with the being in a group of wholly new people and just being like, I don't know what the fuck to do, and just still being your socially anxious, awkward self.
But that's the thing. I'm really not. I feel like I'm better one-on-one with someone random than like in a giant group of people that are random. If that makes sense. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Well, okay. What you said as a sentence makes sense, to be clear.
I don't know.
I think logically, I don't know. You have social anxiety for someone who is so extroverted.
Yeah.
And I always find that interesting.
Maybe I don't have social anxiety.
Okay, well, like not technically social, but like colloquially.
What does that even mean? Colloquially social.
They're colloquially social anxiety.
What?
Like, okay, you may not technically have social anxiety,
Okay.
but you have anxieties around being social.
Okay, I will say this. If I don't have like the energy
Mm-hmm.
to like keep up the act that I'm extroverted, like if I don't have the energy to be extroverted or act like how I want to act, I'm not going to, because if I do and I do it badly, then I'm going to be embarrassed. That's probably a better way to put that.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like usually I'm extroverted and I can just like play confident and like kind of be confident, just like fake it till you make it. But sometimes when I just don't have the energy, or maybe I don't know how to approach a situation, I'm like, it's better to quit while I'm ahead and just not try.
Do you
You
ever
know?
get the thing where it's like you're like out with a group of friends and it's like after like you're enjoying it, but after a while you're just exhausted. Like the mental socializing energy in you has like tapped out.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you can tell that you just start shutting down and you're like, I still want to keep the vibes up. But then everyone around you is like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, dude, rock on.
I feel like for me, okay, honestly, I'm not the same way. What I do
Mm-hmm.
is I just start making horrible jokes that don't make any sense. I feel like I stop caring when I get too tired. You know?
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Because you were just saying when you get too tired, you sometimes make things that you get embarrassed about.
I feel like if I approach a situation I'm tired to begin with, then it's like quit while you're ahead. But if I started up here and towards the end I'm like down here, at that point I don't even care because I started up here, you know? So I'll act however.
If I started
Yeah.
up here, end up down here, then when I approach a situation, I don't care because I start.
Do you want me to put it in baby terms?
Please do, because I don't
Okay.
understand it.
If I go-
if I had 2 apples and I lost 1 apple.
Sorry, I should have been more clear. Up here
Uh-huh.
is me going into a situation confident, funny, extroverted,
Right.
you know? And this is like as time has passed, this is the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of the night, like time has passed and I'm tired, but I started with that attitude.
Okay.
And so people are like comfortable with that. And they're like, okay, that's how she is. So by the end of the night, I may be tired, but I feel like people have gotten more comfortable with me and it gives me more leeway to be like however I want. So I can make like crappy jokes. And me on low energy is like crappy jokes that don't make any sense, random references, like that kind of situation.
Are you still rocking out, though? Mentally?
No, I'm like tired and I want to go home.
Yeah.
But I'm also a night owl.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't wake up early very much.
I've woken up at 5:30 a.m. for
Okay.
my job every single day this summer.
Maybe when you wake up early one time, fucking write out a script for the casino thing. For the Las Vegas thing. Oh, God.
No, I'll do it.
Cap. I think you have a very good energy. Like, one thing I've noticed about you is I wouldn't use the term natural leader. Because that's like, it has like a connotation of like ambition. Like, yeah, guys, come on, we're going to all do this together. Fuck yeah. But you just have this very infectious energy. this is like something.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go on.
Well, you seemed like you had something to say, so I was gonna pause. But like, this is something kind of that I've noticed since like day one of that. It's just like people like being around you. It's like it was the thing that I've we talked about this a while ago, but kind of like the idea of like what is it? There's this video from like just two analogies I'm thinking of, but there's this video from this like music festival of this like there's like a whole whatever like a whole there's a people playing at the front. It's like a whole crowd in this field kind of sitting around spaced out watching it. And there's one guy who's definitely high on acid who's just like
oh, I know exactly
dancing the fuck out, having the time of his life. And there's this camera that's like going back and forth between like the people playing and him. And then just over time, more and more people go and join this random guy. So it goes from being this video of this one guy tripping the hell out, having the time of his life, to like a crowd of like 100 people there.
Yeah.
I think you're very good, whether you do it intentionally or not, at being that guy having his own dance party.
But here's the thing. Here's something I noticed.
Okay.
I always thought I was that way, but then, you know, the like popular kids at Emerson who are just like weirdly untouchable, and their friend groups are like these like little steel balls that you just can never break in, like even someone like me.
No, but let's say I do.
Okay. Popular kids.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I'm not that involved in the Emerson social sphere to have a understanding of this.
well, let me tell you. When I went abroad, you know, when you go abroad, it's like it's a smaller class size. So
Sure.
new friend groups reform because all of their friends aren't there. So it's like a new popular group formed. And like I was friends with like half of the people that were popular. Like I would consider myself individual friends. And in Amsterdam, I tried to hang out with them. And like I tried to crack jokes and take pictures, but no one would talk to me. Like it was really weird. And so I feel like I'm really good at being friends with people who want to make friends, and people who are like looking for like a social group or a friend group. I feel like I can pull those types of people together really easily. But people who are like kind of closed off and have their own friends, like forget it. I get embarrassed. Like I'm trying so hard and like nothing's working, and at that point it's like, ugh. It's kind of embarrassing. You know, and like you think back to our freshman friend group. Wait, can I talk about this?
Yeah, sure.
You think back to
I don't give a shit. You think I care? You think I care? You're the
for all
closest.
of those who are listening
Yeah.
out there, we're part of our freshman friend group. But
What?
they're not going to see this, will they?
I doubt it.
Okay. I feel like
Well, Sahishnu might watch.
hey, so Hishnu's chill.
Sahishnu's chill.
Sorry, I like looking at the camera. Is it bad to look at the camera?
No, but
Cause I just did like 5 times.
it's fine. You're gymming the camera. Freshman friend group.
I feel like every single one of them were like open and like looking, and
They
like
were
you know
too open. Though.
those floating souls. I'm really good at snatching them and making them something that I envision. Like I always, like I told you, if I have a vision for something, I'm gonna try to make it go that way. And if it doesn't work out that way, I'm gonna feel like, oh, it's embarrassing, you know? So putting myself out there and like trying to make friends, that's like what I thought college was. And every single person in our freshman friend group, like, you know, Maggie was looking for friends. Came from a different country. Like obviously she's like got to be open, and you know, big personality. New Jersey.
You're just doing your best to say these in as polite a voice as possible, since you know there's a 0.001% chance they'll watch this.
Yeah. But yeah, like
Luigi.
like he was just a friendly guy.
Okay, to be fair though, I think for freshman friend groups, everyone is just looking for friends.
Yeah, but you know, some people only want to be friends with certain types of people. And our friend group was like a hodgepodge of like you would never expect us to be friends.
That's true.
you know,
I'll agree with that sentiment.
like I had friends here, like after the whole like friend group explosion, they were like, Claire, why were you friends with those people?
I
Like
know.
I can just tell
Low-key,
they,
I was thinking that to myself.
like they look
y- y-
even evil. You know?
you seemed out of place, but still, I think that's a testament to your ability to be outgoing with people. You just can't take the compliment.
No, I don't know. We're all weirdos, right? We're all weird people,
That's so damn true.
and like I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in,
That
and I don't
clip
want to
has
fit in.
Forever stuck with me, and I hate you for saying
You're
it.
literally Jughead Jones.
It's forever stuck in my head.
Let's talk about that.
What
Okay, I'm gonna pretend to be you for the rest of the
Go for it. The point of this wasn't, the point of these hasn't been to just necessarily be these direct, like, peering into my guest soul interviews.
Literally,
But
that's
it's-
what this has been.
But it's just, I come in with questions and everyone who I'm talking to is like, I don't know, fuck it. All right, your turn.
So Jake, you
Mhm.
know, wait, I gotta think of my question. I didn't even think of my question.
That you're weird. Reminding your ADHDs where we were talking about. I'm weird. Yeah, I'm weird. That clip.
Yeah,
I was
you're
saying
like
how-
really well spoken,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm the type of person that like when I have something on my mind, I can speak it very well. But if I need to speak about something, like don't even ask me because I'm like literally unable to speak like a human.
I'm very well spoken. Really?
Don't even play with me right now.
What?
You just like sit down and talk.
Oh, it's because I'm used to talking on camera.
No, but then you can say things that are really eloquent, just like out of your ass.
No.
Yes, like you literally just like psychoanalyzed my whole life like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, sure. But like at the same time, I realized a week ago because I woke up from a dream that I have better riz in my dreams than in reality.
Wait,
Yep. That's true. I was talking with a girl in a dream like a week ago, and I woke up and I was like, damn, I never would have thought of that.
wait, what does that have to do with anything we're talking
Well, we're
about?
talking
right
about
now?
ability to be well spoken.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well,
Okay,
what I
you're
find
in the
is
therapist chair
okay.
now.
What I find
Here,
is
you can wear the glasses.
thank you. What I find really interesting is
Mhm.
that
Can you even see well? It's like 2 prescriptions on.
yeah, Loki, I can actually see better. I need to get new glasses. I actually am due for a new prescription. My eyes are watery.
Am I making you cry?
No, they're just really watery.
Oh my god, the freshman friend group. I miss it so much.
What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. I feel like I'm really picky with people. Whoa, I just like choked while I spoke. Okay, redo. I'm really picky with the people I surround myself with. I feel like I only become friends with people that I see like potential in.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really weird, but like for example, my best friend, Lindsay, like I was in a dance
Not
class.
anymore. Sorry.
Cut that out, cut that out. Just kidding.
I think you're overthinking that situation, by the way.
I know I am, but it hurts to be like second place when you were always put first.
Mm-hmm.
That was real deep. That was a Jake sentence. These glasses.
Really?
It's these glasses.
It's the glasses.
Okay, well let me finish. So Jake,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm really picky
Miss
with
Smith.
I'm really picky with who I surround myself with because wait, literally I was in the middle of a story and I didn't finish. Okay, rewind.
Like your best friend, Lindsay.
Okay.
You see potential in her.
Yeah, I try to okay, wait, start over. Okay, I'm starting. I was in a dance class and I knew nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in and I'm scanning for like potential friends. And like potential friends are people that are like open body language, will like look at you and smile back when you smile at them, not like avoid eye contact. And like immediately I saw her and she like smiled at me and I smiled back and I was like, yeah, I'm making her mine. Like I don't care what I have to do. Like I'm forcing her to be my friend. And like I feel like that's just my mindset around friends. Like you have to like see potential. That's also where all my wrongdoings go. Like I think someone's one way. Cookie, come here.
You think someone's
Come
one
here.
way?
Come on. Come up.
Good.
Come up. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say that. Like, pat the couch. Come on. Make sure there's enough room. Like, move your arm.
Hello. Oh, I need to scoot over a little bit so I'm still on camera, but you can go sit with Claire.
No, you can let her sit with you.
Well, I don't. That's fine.
She's just gonna rub her butt on me now. Lay down, Cookie. Lay down.
So adorable.
She kind of stinks.
So
That's your wrongdoings because you'll see potential in people.
I'll see potential in people, but I have really bad first impression syndrome. Like, when you see potential in someone, that means you're seeing like what you think they are.
Mm-hmm.
And every single person that I've done that with is never what I think they are initially. But honestly, they always end up being like better than I expected.
What do you mean?
Like, I saw my friend Lindsay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she smiled. And we became friends, but she was like very shy. And
I gotta say, the double glasses is kind of a look.
really?
Yeah.
I feel like that guy from the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. The
Dave?
evil one. No.
Oh. I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Ian.
Ian.
Do I look like Ian?
A tiny bit.
Yeah. The fuck? What the fuck? Okay, let me finish. She was shy, and I was like, even though she's shy, like, I feel like this is gonna work out, you
Mhm.
know? But then she ended up being like, not shy at all. Or like, I met you, and I thought you were this like really friendly, like, go-getter student that just like wanted to make friends. That was like on top of his like college, what's it called? What's it called when you like make connections? Networking. I
Yeah.
thought you were like one of those like go-getter networkers that was like really good at the college game, you know, the kids that just go in and like make friends with everybody. Like, I thought that's who you were,
And then you found out I was an idiot.
and then I found out you were like but like, I feel like I see potential in people, and I'm like, okay, this person would fit with this person, would fit with this person, would fit with this person. And that's kind of like how our friend group was born.
I can't get over how cute she is.
I'm glad you think she's cute, because every time I have people over, they're always like fawning over Phoebe and Greta.
I mean, they're sweet too.
But like, no one ever gives Cookie attention like I did. Like,
Oh my god, it's adorable. How do you deal with when there's someone who isn't living up to your potential that you see in their head? Because there's, I guess for me, let's use me as an example. I'm not the networker, but that's not an inconvenience for you.
yeah, but that's not why we were like friends and why like it
Sure.
worked. You know, that was just like my first impression. But the fact that you like reached out and showed initiative to like make a friendship, like, that's what I knew. Like, that was also a first impression, but that's actually like who you are, you know? So part of like my first impression will be wrong, but part of it will always be correct, you know? But like, what's a good example? Someone who didn't, you know, I feel like I always see something special in special people. And I don't see special things in people who aren't special, you know? There's nothing to see.
I don't think that's true.
What do you mean? Like, there's nothing.
I think there's been a number of people we've been friends with who, yeah,
Is that a mosquito? Wait, that is a mosquito. Can you kill it?
well, I don't think I killed it, but I touched it by swiping it away.
I'm O negative.
You are?
It's gonna bite me.
Damn, you're really trying to get it.
I missed.
Oh, you're scaring Cookie.
Wait, I missed, but your glasses are like laser vision. Like, literally. I think I hit it, but I didn't kill it.
Oh, you're so adorable. Do you want to talk into the microphone a little? Oh, so cute.
She low-key has asthma and snores at night.
Adorable. Oh, you look like you want to die.
What?
The way she's looking at me right now. There's been people we've been friends with who it's like, I mean, I fall victim to this too. I think a lot of people do. You get some, oh my god, I can't get over how cute she is. you get
She's
some
rubbing
like
her boogers on me.
it's some first impression of like, oh, I think this person's like a really good person. I think they could do this and this, and then you just like slowly over time realize that like, no.
Yeah.
How do you come to terms with that?
It's just it's just like disappointing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, like I saw so much in you, which like I feel like it's a special thing. Like I will say, like if I see something in you, then like I see something, you know, there's something to see. But
Mhm.
then when there's someone that like just doesn't live up to what I see, it's like, no, I don't want to say that.
What?
Damn, what a waste of a human. Like
What
I
a
see so
waste.
much potential in you, or like my first impression, just for you to be like an asshole.
It's like
Shut up.
Luigi.
Just shut up.
Mario.
Shut up.
real. Yeah.
Like
Luigi.
it's like I considered him like one of my like male best friends. And like you know this, like you were around him. He's so friendly. You know,
Mhm.
he's so funny. He has very similar humor to you and I. And he just like lights
He
up.
picked up the like the bears shit.
Yeah, he just like every room he walks into, he like lights up the room and he like easily adapts to whoever's there. And then in the end, he was a flaky pussy who couldn't stand up for his true friends and just, you know, he just ended up being belly up.
What was
To,
that? It
like-
was because there was already the conflict, and he just like picked a side and was just like kind of dipped.
Well, he hung around them more than me because I was like really busy at the time.
Hmm.
But him and I hung out a lot. Like we would go on walks and we'd like talk about life. Like I made sure that we always had time to hang out because I don't know, he was like an important friendship, and he would always make sure we had time to hang out. He'd reach out to me a lot, you know? And then in the end, that group was like feeding him things, like telling him, you should feel this way. This is how we feel, you know? And he ended up being like, you know what? I'm going to listen to them. They're right. And like in the end, when I tried, like I said, you know, no matter what I say,
All right, keep accidentally
It's-
touching your knee.
no, you're good. No matter what I say, it's never going to change anything, right? You're just going to believe them. He's like, yeah. I'm like, so I could sit here and defend myself and try to make you realize that like I'm the person you've been friends with this entire time. I haven't changed. You're not going to believe that? He's like, no. Like, you had so much potential. You were such a great person. And in the end, it's like, why did I even put that much effort? It's so sad. Honestly, it's like a breakup. It's like one day they're in your life, they're friends with you, and then the next day they're like dead to you. You never talk to them ever again. Like it's such a weird feeling.
I think that's kind of something that I've heard more talked about in like by kind of cringe online millennials, but like the idea of like the friend breakup, where it's like
yeah.
it happens because conflict happens because people are people, and we
Yeah.
sometimes butt heads and then realize, all right, this is shit's not gonna work out. But it's just like it does certainly leave some kind of weird psychological effect on you. Like there was
Yeah.
a girl that I was really good friends with in like I mean I have a few different examples, but like there was a girl who like me and my friends were really close with in like middle school and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it just like kind of flaked off and then kind of came back. Thank you. Now that's my turn to talk. I get the talking glasses. Kind of flaked off and then kind of came back, and then like in high school like was kind of like a bit indirectly but like a dick to me because it was like we were like not sure where we were fitting in socially, and it was like just kind of me sitting out there at lunch, or like me and her, and then at a certain point she just like dipped
Mm-hmm.
to like sit with some other people who like I wasn't really fucking with, or like I don't remember the full details, but it was just like, oh, like this sucks because like I thought you were my friend,
Mm-hmm.
but you're just like not, you're leaving me out to dry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's so weird. It's so weird to be disappointed in someone that like you spent all your time with. It's like a weird form of like, it's like a weird lie almost.
Mhm.
It's like they were lying. And then, I don't know, it just like corrupts all the good memories that you had. Because me, I'm one to hold a grudge.
Amen.
Like, I was invited to this party by my friend Sayla, and she was telling me all the girls that were going to be there. And I was like, yeah, one of those girls bullied me for my shoes in 7th grade in Spanish class.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck that
I
hoe.
was wearing ugly shoes. They were horrible, but they were so comfy and I loved them. And she turned around, looked at my shoes, turned back around, started whispering to her friend. And I ran track with her. There were only like 5 girls on the hurdles team. It was me, her, and like 3 other girls. And she betrayed me.
Fuck that hoe.
And she was at the party. And I was like, I couldn't go to the party for other reasons, Sayla, if you're saying this, but
I'll say that the
Anyways.
friendship breakup, it feels different though, because it's like there's like a sense of disbelief to it.
yeah.
At least in my experience. It's like I'm gonna give you some benefit of the doubt that you're being a fucking idiot
Mhm.
who's like uncaring. And then after that benefit of the doubt runs out, you're like, oh, I've just like completely stopped caring about you at this point.
Yeah. It's so weird. Like, I'm just thinking back and it still bothers me to this day. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago, but like, it still bothers me. Like, someone who I spent hours talking with about like my like private things in my personal life, like things I was going through, someone who was like there and like gave me, I don't know, like a shoulder to cry on, is like someone who made me cry and someone who made me go to other people for like the same things that they used to do for me. Like, that's so weird. That's so weird.
Have there been situations before where you've had that person and then still been able to make things work?
Yeah.
What is it then? Is the solution to find some sense of forgiveness?
Sometimes I think you got to realize that like you're going to have conflicts with your friends, and like, is it worth like killing your friendship over? Like, I had a friend who was there for me when I had a breakup,
Mm-hmm.
and the day after I got broken up with, she invited the guy over to her house and they hung out. To be fair, we were all in the same friend group, but like the night before, I had like sobbed my eyes out.
He broke up with you?
He broke up with me over the phone. This is a little trend going. And she invited him over to her house for like a full day of fun, full day of hanging out. And I'm like, you know, you really should be doing that for your best friend. And you know, my other friends found out, and all my friends ghosted her for me.
That's homie shit.
And I ghosted her, and she had no one to sit with at lunch. And you know, we were ride or dies. Like, we saw each other every day. We met at the front of the school. We walked into the school together. We walked to all our classes together. Like, and then, you know, she had some excuse, but then I realized like, conflict's gonna happen. Am I really gonna end a friendship over this? Like, that relationship's come and gone. But can I really replace this relationship? No. And so sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what, this really sucked, but I'm just gonna let it slide. Like, sometimes you just gotta be the bigger person, even in your like close relationships. But it's a little bit different between that situation and then the situation with
Luigi.
because he would have to be the one to be like, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna move past that, gave you the benefit of the doubt, let's move forward. That's not what happened. So did I tell you how weird things were? Sorry, I'm getting cold. I'm gonna get a blanket. I'm like shivering. Are you cold?
No, I'm good.
Here.
I'm gonna check to see if the cameras are overheating.
Also, I probably need to go around like 10:30.
You mean I need to go at 10:30?
Yeah. That's in an hour. Am I in frame?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Could you do me a favor real quick?
Yep.
Could you check that I'm in frame? Well, because you're sitting in the... I assume you're going to sit in about the same spot.
this at all?
Yeah, somewhat. What, am I way too low?
Your head's like in the middle square. I can move it.
It's that black
This one?
knob. Yeah.
Actually really good at
Scatting?
beatboxing.
Well, it's also... Is it
No,
not called...
scatting is like scoop a doo doo.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I do not know what to do about this girl.
Drama time.
Drama time. So I don't know what to do about this girl because the last time I talked to her, that I told you what happened. Like, told me that like everyone hated me and that everyone had like all these horrible grievances with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked with. She's like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you haven't really been a great friend to me, and it was like very like, I was like, damn, like it's kind of. I'm sorry you feel that way. But at the end of it is like it ended very civil, and I was like, hey, you know, I respect you don't want to be friends with me anymore. Like, let me know if there's anything I can do. Like, I can't force you to be my friend. But if you ever want to be friends again, like I'm open to it. If you're open to it, like I really don't know what else to say. That's kind of what I said. And then coming back to school, I would see her on the sidewalk and she'd smile to me, right? And I'd smile back, which is like, I feel like that's something people who are like open to friendship do, right?
Yeah, it's progress.
And she recently has gotten with someone who I'm friends with. Like they're dating.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm friends with this girl and her whole friend group. And I've hung out with her. Like I've gone to parties with her. And like we're in great terms. Like I consider her a friend and she's very nice to talk to. And I asked her, I was like, is it weird to talk to me because like y'all are together? Like, is it weird? She was like, no, like I was around, like I heard your side of the story when that stuff went down and she doesn't hold like a bunch of super bad blood. Like it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry. I was like, okay. And then I go to the castle and doesn't even like look in my direction.
Oh, she's at the castle?
Yeah. She went to the castle too. I didn't tell you that?
No.
She doesn't look in my direction. Whenever I'm hanging out with a group that she's in, she doesn't talk to me. Like I was in Milan with my friends and we happened to be in there. We happened to be there at the same time as a bunch of other girls. And so we met up at this like bottomless wine 3-course meal restaurant. And I was there and all the girls were like super chatty. And the whole time I was just not talking. Because it felt weird to like be myself, be super chatty with there. Because I didn't want her to think like, wow, this girl's so fake. Like she's being so nice to everyone, but she's like an asshole on the inside. I was just like scared of what I thought, you know? And I also felt bad because, you know, I did mess up their housing plans. They had to live in a triple and 2B, which really sucks. But I don't know. It was just so weird. Like I thought that maybe the castle would be the opportunity for us to be friends again. And so many times I would go to the bar and I would like be like, okay, everyone's drunk. Now's the time to talk to her and be like, hey, like, can we make up? You know, like drunkenly make up with her so that like the next day, like things are fine. And it just like never happened. Still avoiding me. And I was like, oh my God, I hope she's not telling people at the castle that I'm like a bad person. You know, I know she wouldn't, but you know, who knows? So the whole time I was just like so paranoid whenever she was around. And obviously I made my own friends, so that wasn't a problem. But something weird happened when I came back to Boston. Like when I came back from Amsterdam and I was going to the Emerson campus, I got out of my Uber and her girlfriend was there. And
The
I
one
was like,
that you're kind of friends with?
yeah. And I was like, hey, oh my gosh. Like, and she's like, hey. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just saw her at the airport. Like, are you excited to be reunited with her? She goes, yeah, I am. Like acting weird. Like acting so weird. And she's always been like, Claire dog, what's up? Like dabbing me up, hugging me, like always like the greatest conversations with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden she's like, yeah. You know those like half answers you give people when you don't like them? Like that's exactly what it was. I was like, well, I guess I'll see you around. Like, bye. Anyways, that left a really sour taste in my mouth. And that's my story.
Wow. And it's been how many months since then?
Well, that was like,
April? And it's
yeah,
July.
beginning of May.
Beginning of May? Yeah, I guess it would have been.
Yeah.
Okay, questions. Question 1. Had you talked to this mutual friend, I guess, mutual relationship
Yeah.
person in the time since when you were at the castle? Like, had you made an effort to reach out and chat with her?
We're not that kind of friends, but it's like the kind of
Okay.
friend that like when you see, you like stop and you talk for a while.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you have to go get that.
I think Cookie wants to come in.
Can you check that my camera's good while you go do that? Come here. Come here. Come here. Alright. Oh, this.
Her butt's on the mic.
Gross. Stinky. So not that kind of friend.
Like she's someone that I would like see her story and like DM her and be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Or like, I'm glad you're doing that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have another dog that's
It's
outside?
my dad.
Oh, it's your dad out.
Yeah.
Wait. That?
That's my dog.
That's your...
The woofing you hear out there, I'm pretty sure that's my dad.
Hell yeah. He's doing a good job of convincing.
I think.
Hello.
It sounds like my dad.
Maybe it's a coyote.
No. Coyote ate my grandma's chihuahua.
Really?
Her first one.
Wow.
Or an owl, I'm not quite sure. Anyways. Yeah, so that was super weird. But you know what I've realized?
What have you
Like,
realized? Claire, Snap?
truly, I've realized, like, there are so many people at Emerson that I'm, like, worried what they think about, like, or sorry, English. I'm worried about how they perceive me, and I'm worried about their approval, but then I, like, really think about it, and I'm like, if we were both, like, in the eye of the media, who would people like? I'm like, people would give them so much shit, not me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, some of these people are so lame.
Okay,
Like, why am I like in Emerson standards? They're really cool, but like in my like in real life standards, they're weirdos.
Okay, so I want to clarify.
Wait 1 sec. Were you barking outside? I was like, why? I was like, why is I let Cookie in and there was still barking? What the?
They're still going.
Because they heard him. They knew it was him.
Shit, what was I gonna ask? Oh, okay. You say this, and at first it came off that like random people on the street you're like feeling slighted by, and then you're like, more people would fuck with me than would fuck with you.
Yeah.
But you're saying not that. You're saying that like for these more interpersonal conflict things, like big picture, I realize that I am on the moral right side. Right? You're not just saying that like...
Wait, can I phone a friend, Papa? Papa.
What?
I want you to weigh in on this question. I've had like fights with people at Emerson, or like I feel embarrassed by certain people. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. But then I think like realistically, I'm like the cooler one. Just like if I was in the media's eye and that random person at Emerson was in the media's eye, I would be the cool one. Because I feel like people at Emerson who are considered cool are always the weirdest people.
Okay, so what's your question?
Do you agree with me?
I don't know anybody at Emerson.
That's a good point. He raises a good point,
I mean,
Claire.
how do I know if you... All I know is I was in the basement for a presentation of skills and experiences.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you for weighing in.
All right, well, thank you for the in-depth question because I don't even understand whatever.
Okay, I think the way you phrased that helped.
Okay, wait, let me phrase it better.
You're not talking about just like any random person. You're sitting next to this person in class and you're like, oh, what?
Okay, wait, let
You're
me
talking about people who have slighted you.
let me be more clear. The people at Emerson who are popular, you know, everyone knows who they are. They're always the most strangest characters. You know, they have crazy outfits and they're always doing crazy things, and like maybe like they're not normal. You know, they're not like a normal person.
Yeah.
Which not like in a bad way, maybe not in a good way, but they're very unique, and like that's what Emerson is all about. So of course, like the people who are like the most like that are always the most popular. And sometimes I'll have altercations with those people, or maybe I'll have a problem with that person. Like something will happen in my class and I'll get pissed off at them. And like being in Texas and just being home and being around people who aren't like that and being like valued makes me realize, what did I say earlier? It makes me realize that, like, not to sound vain, but like I'm not any less than them. Like I am equally as cool as them, just maybe not in that environment.
I'm having to try to focus so hard. I think I get your point. That like it's very easy to get kind of wrapped up in like the popularity of like the relative
Do you think
popularity.
that's being picked up on this? Probably not. Definitely not. Room tone.
Nah. Very faintly. It should be fine.
It'll be fine.
Great. So that just means I need to lock in. It's easy. You get focused in on the relative popularity within like the school hierarchy, and you're like, oh, what was? Let's use someone as an example. What was that kid who like did coke? Andre. Yeah. So like you see Andre, and you're like, you have some interaction with Andre, and you're like, oh fuck, that's Andre. But it's like, okay, that kid's not graduating. Or if he does, it'll be like, it'll have taken him 6 years. I think. Like straight up. So like that's kind of the reality check.
That's maybe not what I'm saying, but I feel like you've been gone a while. Like you've been gone at the points where like popular kids have done things. So it's like hard to cite things to you.
True. And I also haven't really, when I've been back, been engaged in like that kind of culture.
Just to sum it up, I feel like, do you feel like you fit in with like the people of Emerson? I feel like the people at Emerson,
because I'm weird.
I'm weird.
I'm weird.
I'm a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo.
I don't fit in and I don't want to fit in. You should insert that. But I've realized that Emerson is not where my people are. Emerson is not where my friends are. But there are a couple, like, you know, needles in the haystack. Like you, my boyfriend, my new friends, like a couple of them. And that's what I'm saying about like when I see something special in someone, I'm like I really try to like hold on to that and see a possibility there, especially Emerson. Baby, hush up.
Hopefully that works. Thank you.
No, it didn't work, but she's gonna bark out back. Can you do it? Do you understand where I get it from now?
Yeah. A lot.
I feel like you really didn't get to meet my parents during parent weekend because my parents didn't like anybody's parents.
No. I remember them being silent and off to the side.
Yeah, because they were like, this shit's weird.
Understandably.
Although I don't think my parents got to meet your mom. I don't think your mom was around.
My mom was there.
Really?
My mom thought your parents were weird because they were silent and off to the side.
Yeah. They did really hit it off with parents though. That was way before everything though.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I really liked what was her name? I forgot his mom's name.
For my sake, can you let them out?
Yes.
Thank you. I just can't focus.
I'm
with
just so
it.
used to it because they do it all the time.
So adorable. So pretty.
Oh, you're gonna
Nobody.
cry for me.
I know you have to go. No woof. No woof. No woof.
No wolf.
No woof.
No wolf.
Oh, you are so cute. You're so cute, even though there isn't a single thought in that head of yours. Not one. Not one fucking thought. It's empty.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Yo, mama.
Friends at Emerson.
There's just people I think that are like so cool and everyone adores them, but they're so weird compared to like normal people standards. And I find myself getting jealous of them, and I just need to give myself a reality check. Like I'm so normal. I'm blessed. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag normal. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo. That video has stuck with me. There's two things that my friends have sent me about my behaviors that have stuck with me. That video, and then one of my friends told me the way I text is like if you ask a woman how she's doing and she just says, fine. That's how I text.
Yeah. I guess I get like mad vibes every time you text me. Like I've done something wrong every time you text me.
Let me see if I can find her exact phrasing. Those two things are things that have just stuck with me forever. It's like, fuck, this is just how I am.
I'm gonna find that sound and I'm gonna play it into the mic.
What the? Yeah,
I'm
I'm just,
weird.
I'm a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo. Hey, are you glad to be a part of the School of Visual Arts and
Dude, freak ass. It's literally such a nothing change. It seems like they're hyping it up so much, and it's like, this doesn't mean anything.
I don't want this to be too loud, but
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird. In case you haven't
Yeah.
Jake Stalvey. They ask you you are. Wait, they ask you how you are, and you just have to say fine,
Yeah.
but you're not.
Oh, you're so adorable, Cookie.
I really thought about taking her to Boston because she just lays around all day like a cat,
Hmm.
you know? And she would love dorm life, but then I'd have to take her out.
Yeah.
But maybe I could buy like a fake piece of grass.
Yeah, then you'd have to clean up dog piss and shit from that fake piece of
Yeah,
grass.
but I'd be warm. And
Ew.
wait, that sounds weird.
Yuck, dude. You're so cute.
But I'd be warm and smelly doing it.
What was it like when you had your like huge anxiety hit? Because it seemed like your anxiety very much like, at least from what you told me, it's like it seemed like it just like kind of came out of nowhere, or all of a sudden. Let me say,
Yeah,
in like freshman year.
I still have it.
Well, I assume so.
Pretty similar in the same way too. You know what? I think what it really just was is like, I feel like I've always been like such a sheltered kid, even though, I've always been such a sheltered kid, even though I've been like the eldest. And I feel like the eldest is always the one who like figures everything out, you know? And all my life, I've just been like figuring things out, you know? And then I went to college and I had the whole shit with my roommate and I couldn't sleep. And I had like, I low-key had PTSD. Like every time I heard a loud noise, I'd like freak out. I'd go like fight or flight mode because anything that reminded me of her having like a seizure would like set me off. And I'd be like so horribly anxious and just like so much happened. Like the stuff with the weed, that was horrible. That was terrifying. You know, it scared me so bad that like, I don't know. I realized that like life is a lot harder than I thought it was. And there are like things about life that I just didn't know. And then I just started questioning everything. And I realized like, I'm like scared of the world. And there's so much I don't know about it. And I thought I knew everything. But then like college just like opened me up to all these horrible things and just awful, you know? But there were so many good things too, you know? But it's kind of how you felt. It like, you know, when people say like your frontal lobe develops and then all of a sudden like you start thinking about things you never thought about before. Never heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Like when you turn like what, 23 or something, you're
25.
25, your frontal lobe develops and like your attitude changes or something like that.
I think the idea is that's when your brain stops developing.
Oh.
Like that's when it's fully developed.
Well, that's kind of how it felt. Like in that moment, I was like, whoa.
Did you have one of those vertigo shots? You know what I'm talking about?
Actually, literally, I had like a huge panic attack in front of my parents. And I like, I never dissociated before. And I like dissociated so hard because I was panicking. I was like, I just realized in that moment, like, there's so much about life I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that mean? You know, that like scares me because I thought I had everything figured out. But, you know, freshman in college, of course, you don't have things figured out. But yeah.
What was the, I guess not solution, but like helpful
The helpfulness to
mindsets?
that.
Yeah.
I realized the one thing that like not fixed my anxiety because I still have it really bad. But like the one thing that like stops it a lot of the time, not stops it, makes it feel better, really, or will like help me forget it, is that like you go to sleep thinking a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to wake up thinking that certain way. The sun rises and it sets every day, and that's not going to stop. And no matter what you think or do, tomorrow's going to come, you know? And it's just going to keep coming. And so like that summer, I was like so anxious every day and I was really struggling with it. But by the end of the summer, I was like so sick of it, you know, sick of being anxious. And
Well,
that
you were also dealing with like a long-term or long-distance relationship at the same time.
yeah. And,
Which
you
didn't
know,
help.
I didn't have any support, you know, I wasn't able to talk to him at all. But what I realized is you can be anxious all you want, but it doesn't matter because tomorrow's still going to come and you're still going to feel anxious the next day. But feeling anxious doesn't fix anything. Like, there's this saying that, like, whatever you. It's a saying. Wait, let me think. It's like if you think about something so much, you begin to worship it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the more you think about something and the more you worry about it, like, you're worshiping the problem. The problem becomes your everything. And at some point, you need to realize, like, it's still going to be there. It's not going to go away. And you just got to, like, live with it and, like, build on that. That's what I've learned. Like, still going to be anxious tomorrow. But what am I going to do different on top of that anxiety? Like, maybe I'm going to be anxious, but maybe I'm going to work on, like, distracting myself more. You know? I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because in the moment, like, anxiety feels like the worst thing ever. Like, you catastrophize everything in your brain. But then I just realized, like, it feels, like, so present in this moment. But over time, it's, like, it's just something that you can experience. That didn't make any sense. I just said that all, and I tried.
I think I understood it. I think I got it. For the realization that there's so much out there that you don't know, are you the kind of person who is like then determined to try to experience a lot of it to learn it, or were you more like, okay, let me keep it in moderation so that I can keep my head straight? That's like the two paths I've seen a lot of people. It's like, okay, there's so much out there, but let me think on small scale. Or there's the type of motherfuckers who are like, let me experience it all. Or neither.
For me, it's not like there's so much out there. Like, oh, there's the Eiffel Tower, there's Niagara Falls. Like, there's so much out there. It's more like there's like so much out there in terms of like things we don't know, things we know. Like, there's just so many thoughts out there, and I feel like I have to reevaluate every single one of them, you know. But I'm the type of person that's like, I'm just going to sit and think about it and think and think and think. And I'm going to think it until it's like a dead beaten horse, you know? Is that the saying? I'm going to be the dead horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
some things you can't think until they're solved.
you know, yeah, some things you can't think until you experience them. And me, it's like I need those big goals. And I may be taking tiny steps. I'm not the type of person to take huge steps because, you know, I get scared. But I think it's good to have a big goal. Something that's like unachievable, you know? Because at the end of the day, we only have this one life. And if you're not trying to achieve something, then like what a waste.
Sure.
No. Let's talk about you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to time this?
No, I'm just seeing how much time I have left.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 10:10. Just
Okay.
letting you know.
You can do like 10:45 as long as like by 11 I'm like packing my bags.
Sure.
I feel like you're also an anxious person and you're also an overthinker.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you have a bit of OCD.
Undiagnosed.
Thanks for that distinction.
Well, what? I'm saying I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying like you seem to like you say you have all these like, you know, mental hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
But then everything you do in life is like the complete opposite. Is that you like trying to change how you think?
What
Is
do you
that you
mean?
trying to better yourself?
What do you mean everything I do is the complete opposite?
Like you're anxious, you're worried about things, but it's like you're taking a cross country road trip and talking to people, just seeing how things will go and making a project that you're passionate about, even though you don't know how it's going to turn out. Like those are all things that are like the complete opposite of like what an anxious overthinker, OCD, all that person would do. So like, and, you know, it's other things too. You know, like you'll put yourself out there and you'll try, and you may like complain and be like, but it was too scary and I couldn't do it, but like you still did it. So like, are all these things that you do characteristics that I find like the complete opposite of what you say are your characteristics? Is that you trying to better yourself and overcome what you see as mental hurdles? Or is it just, this is you? Because I feel like this is just you, and I feel like you're selling yourself short. That's my perspective.
What do you mean by selling myself short?
Like you say you're this, you say you're that, and you're struggling with this and you're struggling with that. But then it's like every action is the complete opposite of someone who would have those issues, you know?
I think this is the fixing it. I chose to go on the road trip because I knew that if I was just going to sit around at home for the whole summer, I was going to be incredibly depressed and anxious. Mm-hmm. And that I feel incredibly anxious and antsy whenever I'm not making or doing anything.
Mm.
And so I had the idea of the road trip because it was like, well, I just want to get out of home a little bit, because it felt like there was nothing really there for me besides family, since like literally every single one of my friends is out of town.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also like, this is the way to make stuff, and this is the like kind of the distraction in a sense. Because oh my god, I get so antsy if I feel like I'm stationary and not doing anything and not moving and whatever. I think also I have anxiety in different things. Like for some of the stuff that, oh, you're so adorable. And I can't tell if your little noises or whines for more pets or just because you're struggling to breathe.
She's just struggling to breathe.
I think a lot of my anxieties over things, like what you're talking about, or what you've also said previously about like kind of like health complications or that kind of stuff, I don't have as much. Like I do a little bit, but it's not like, that's not the shit that keeps me up. It's more of, I don't know. I mean, you've seen the way that I'm like overanalyze social situations and stuff.
Yeah.
You try to make me friends with someone, and I'm like, I'm not that level of friends with them where I can ask them to go do something yet. We still need 3 more interactions before I'm comfortable doing it. I don't know. I think it's like, I think also this trip has been a lot less anxiety inducing for me, considering I'm a guy who's 6 foot tall, who doesn't have as much safety concerns about going from hotel to hotel every night. But it's like, I don't know. It's when it comes to making stuff, I always have like the philosophy of like, I'll make it work / it will work out. Like for these interviews and shit, I don't know. Maybe I upload them and they get 2 views, one for my mom, one for my grandma, and that's it.
Hey, I see your stuff.
How often do you click on it?
I mean, if it comes across my like For You page, I'll click on it.
Yeah, but if it's an Instagram story linking to YouTube.
I don't see people's Instagram stories very often, I feel like.
Okay. Well, admittedly, that's where I post a lot of stuff.
Oh. But for some reason, I always see your close friends. Like, I may not see your story, but I will always see your close friends. But maybe it's just because Instagram pushes that.
I think it
Cookie,
does.
you're on the wire.
I don't know.
Come on over here. Cookie, come here.
So cute.
Go see Jake. Bro, this is a grandma right here. But she looks like a puppy, doesn't she? Say hi.
Maybe these do just flop, but I think for these, I am going to get some sense of fulfillment by just doing the act of doing it. And I could get a lot of anxiety over how well they're doing, over getting bogged down with the details of like, you know, like I was doing I was trying to consistently upload videos and stuff. What was that? Last fall? And for that, like, because then that was much more results oriented, and it was like, oh my god, I was getting so bogged down in like, okay, thumbnails and all this kinds of stuff and how much and the style and everything, to the point that like it got to be where truly I didn't give a shit. Like the things I was making, like I didn't care about them.
I feel like social media is just so messed up. Like it doesn't even push things that you want to watch anymore. It just like pushes things that everyone's watching. And so you feel this sense of like, I should be watching this. Like sometimes I'll see a video and it has like 100 likes and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't watch this. So obviously people aren't liking it.
Yeah.
Which is like that's not a great mindset to have about things. But you make things that you're like genuinely passionate about, things that like matter in the world. And that can't sell anything. Right?
What do you mean?
Like my TikTok is filled with videos that at first glance look like videos, but they're an ad. Like every single one of them, I noticed that. Like before, TikTok was a place I would go to find like deals online or like someone would recommend a good restaurant. But now like you can't trust anything. And like your stuff is so genuine that I feel like the algorithm doesn't push it because it's not selling anything. It's not tied to something like that like makes money. It's not tied to a company. It's like good, genuine content. And I feel like content creators like you, they're getting failed by the system. But it's so true because like my favorite content creators, when I go and look at what they're posting, they're not getting any views either.
I think that's true. I think it's up to trends though, and artistic trends. I think over the past 5 or so years, there's been this huge push towards YouTube online stuff and like TikTok and everything becoming much more commercial. It's been talked about with like the idea of the Mr. Beastification, like everything becoming this like more maxed out and it's all this industry and stuff. And to a certain degree, it's losing like the humanity of the individual. And so I think there is somewhat of a rise in trends recently of that genuinity being embraced more. I think though, in a sense, even though it's different, what it ends up being is that you're not so much as selling an item, but selling yourself. So like there was a YouTuber who I really liked for a while who was doing sketch comedy things. He also did a podcast and it seemed like he was like a really good dude. And like part of the appeal like was supporting him, was watching ads, or like if he was, did a promo for something or a sponsorship, it was like, he is embracing this thing. The brand is him in a sense. That is what's being sold, even though it's kind of like the authenticity of him. But then the downside of that is that then this guy then like was exposed for like abusing his girlfriend. And so then like it was kind of shown though that like, okay, this hurts your brand as yourself because it's you, but you are being shown as kind of being a dick. Whereas I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I don't know. It's like it is still selling something, but it's selling you.
Yeah, maybe I just have like marketing brain, but every time I watch something now, I'm like, how is someone manipulating this to make it commercial? Like, I think of like big personalities on TikTok that everyone loves who are genuine and they make like great content. But then I'm like, okay, they're so popular because people see them as someone that can be the face of something. They see them as like the face of like a talk show that will draw viewers, that will have merch, that will make money. You know what I mean? Like that's what I see. And I just feel like I see things, and if they're not making someone money, or if they're not connected to like the future of something, it's not gonna have any views. Just so sad. Like my favorite content creator right now is this girl who wears the Meta Ray-Bans, and she goes to different countries, and she just talks to people, and she just eats, and she just travels. And at first, she had like no views, right? And it was such pure content because she's just a huge extrovert, and she just talks to people, even if she's in Thailand and none of them speak English, But then I realize, oh, she's extroverted. She's good at editing her videos, clearly tech savvy, and, she's not afraid to travel. I'm like, those are all things that someone who's looking to promote their country or certain places in their country or certain restaurants, like that's something that those people would look for. You know what I mean?
I think that's a very cynical way of looking at it, but perhaps not untrue. I think, yeah, that is kind of the marketing brain of the like, how could someone else use this?
Yeah.
Like, how could, a tourist destination use this? Well, they could reach out to her for marketing, say, oh, you should come here and we'll comp you or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it'd probably bring the business. That's true.
I don't know. I feel like everything good is ruined by everything good is ruined by capitalism. But like,
oh my God, just become a socialist.
No, but I feel like on social media,
you
literally,
know how many times during this I've held myself back from citing Marxist theory? Like at least twice. I only remember one of them.
Wasn't Marx the like founder of penis envy?
No, that's Freud.
Oh, you're right. Freaking love Freud. He's
He is
one twisted
crazy.
guy.
He's a wacky guy.
No, but I
So
don't
much
care.
of stuff is ruined by capitalism.
Well, like obviously,
Yeah.
but I don't really like socialism either. There is one of Marx's theories that I remember like debating with Sahishnu actually for like so long. And
Damn, you guys actually I've kind of intentionally made it a point to not actually talk politics with you before, because like I don't feel like I have my own thoughts on what you think politically, which I think I've made clear, which is that I don't think you know what you think in some ways.
I never know what I think.
Yeah.
I'm just indecisive as a person.
But so it's like I haven't actually like tried to push you in a certain way or another. But
I hope not.
no, I haven't. But like you actually went through it with him.
Well, we had a class together that was like called
the sociology class.
yeah, it was like it was called like concepts of social constructions.
Yeah.
And we went through like a Marx segment, but one of the things that we realized is like we went back and forth and we were like, okay, capitalism is never gonna work, but socialism is never gonna work either. None of them work. They're all flawed. They're all human, and there's just like not one right thing that's ever gonna work for everybody. You know?
I think the idea is yeah, nothing's gonna work.
There's
but it's
always
what do you strive for?
But there's always going to be one person that has power over another. You know, even if you try to like, oh, you know what I mean? Like social constructs are just like meant to grow and meant to happen, and there's always going to be someone that is like ruling everyone. And you know, even if you have a group of people that are like making the decisions, that's not how. Like, there's always going to be that one person. You know.
I know, but I yes, and I agree. But should we settle for that, or should we try to push for something better?
You know, I think we should feed the homeless. How about that?
I'll shake your left hand with my right hand for that one.
Lefty.
You're the one who put out your left hand.
Bro, my like, look how comfortable my hand is. Look how comfortable my hand is on this mic right now.
Wow, dude.
It's
So
on there.
comfortable you kicked off your dog.
Hey, she jumped. But anyways, I think there are other fish to fry. Like, we need to fix like racism first. Like, okay, like first let's fix like racism, you know, and then let's fix like, you know, like gender inequality. Actually, no, gender inequality first, because there's gender inequality in all races. Did you just mute me?
No, I turned you down because your correction of actually wait, no. It was much louder than
Am
I
I
had.
peeking?
Yeah,
Am I
you
peeking?
you did peak there.
This is my peak, fighting for gender inequality.
Hell yeah.
Gender and equality. I didn't say inequality.
So true, bestie. You're ruling it.
I'm really worried about the views from our room next year. Rooms. Because, like, you know,
Might be butt.
I saw the view.
Yeah.
I took photos.
Yeah.
Did I show you?
I think you did. I don't remember.
I'm like, if I look up, I can see into your window.
What? You're worried that you're gonna see me doing some shit?
No. No. All I'm saying is that our view is like other rooms, and that's it.
Yeah, so what?
I want to like gaze out at the common.
Well, you can like probably from like the right angle.
No.
No, what I did freshman year was that I was able to, because my view was like directly a brick wall if you just look straight out the window. But if you were able to like sit in the windowsill, you could like face out and see the street. So it'll be possible to see.
No. You can't see the street from where we're at. You see another building. It's like a big block.
I don't believe you.
I have a photo. You know, classic man doubting a woman. Let's go back to that gender equality topic.
I don't freaking believe you. It's gonna take you too long to find it. That was a good rebuttal. I didn't think of that.
No, I literally have it right here. Look. This is a view from the trash room. I was so smart, and I was like, "Wait, there's another room on the floor that
Okay,
has a window."
That's not
That's our view.
great.
Look, wait. Okay, wait, I'm sitting on the mic.
Well, we'll be able to people watch.
I don't want people watch, because I have to keep my window closed. I want people watching me.
What's the worst that happens?
I can do like window messages to you.
That'd be cute.
It's gonna be like, help,
Help!
help me.
Help!
Wait, okay, wait. This is a better view. This is your side.
Okay,
This is
that's
my
pretty
side.
bad. I'll give you that. That's pretty.
This is my view.
That's pretty bad.
I know. And wait, okay, but this is like the lounge.
That's cute.
Is cute your new favorite word? This is the
Man, I don't
look,
know.
this is
I'm
the
a straight guy trying to compliment women on things. What am I supposed to say? That's hot.
Slay queen.
okay, wait.
Yes, lady.
That was awful. Okay, this is our door and this is the kitchen.
Okay.
So it better not be fucking loud when I'm trying to sleep. Or else I'm gonna go out and fight everybody.
Maybe they'll have grilled cheese Thursday too.
Wait, what if we have girl cheese Thursday and it's the girls
Yo.
in tank tops, like the boys?
Yes.
You would like that, wouldn't you? All the girls in tank tops.
Hey, I wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah, there'd be other girls into that. What else should we talk about?
I don't know. It's 10:30.
Should we do a
10:36.
goodbye message?
We can do a goodbye message. We were kind of hitting on some good shit earlier when talking about anxiety that I was tempted to just be like, all right, and that's it. But I wanted to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Fuck school.
Fuck school. Drop out. Sell foot pics.
Perfect.
Eat a mango nutta.